Hey guys, Zane here with another quick one-take review, and today I wanted to talk about the new Shadow Academy album, their self-titled debut. Shadow Academy's self-titled debut album is, as you can guess, the self-titled debut of the band Shadow Academy, which is a brand new rock band slash duo project from Dan Avidan, who you may know as the lead singer of comedy band Ninja Sex Party, as well as the co-host of YouTube channel Game Grumps, as well as Jim Roach, not only a record label owner with Red Parade Music, but also a pretty noteworthy producer as well. Now, I'm going to be honest, I was very skeptical, to say the least, at the notion of Avidan and Roach coming together to do original songs that were meant to be presented in a very serious light. Even if you're not familiar with the band Ninja Sex Party, the name should lend you, at least if you're anything like me, the notion that their lead singer, Dan Avidan, and their primary producer, Jim Roach, just aren't really made to translate to a band who's influenced by the likes of Rush and Queen and, Queens of the Stone Age, and other bands that are on their influences list that I read through right before I did this review. My point is that the transition from goofing off comedy band that has sold hundreds of thousands of records to a very serious band that's now a totally different project with the loss of the other member of Ninja Sex Party, I just don't think it sounds right on paper. At least I think a lot of people would agree with me when I say that it just sounds awkward at first. Nonetheless, the duo beat the odds and actually managed to make an album that is not only great, but actually way, way better than I expected it to be. It's nice to hear Avidan's voice being put into a more serious alternative rock, pop rock, hard rock, whatever kind of setting, as it allows him to show off his range a bit more and his more AOR-esque tendencies that really call back to a lot of late 70s and early 80s legendary vocalists from that whole entire scene. And I just think it's nice to hear him in a more straightforward setting that's not, him singing about his genitalia or something of that regard. I just think it's nice to see him in a bit more of a direct, almost more legitimate setting. Not to say that Ninja Sex Party aren't a legitimate band, but I think you get my point. It's just nice to hear him in a way where he gets to actually demonstrate his vocal work before he does his comedy work. Meanwhile, Jim Roach does some excellent work on both the instrumentation and the production that he brings to the record overall, and while the mixing is a little bit awkward at times with Avidan's vocals being slightly too low for my personal liking, I think that Roach is an individual who absolutely defines the album overall. This record wouldn't have been possible without him, and he's just truly a priceless member of Shadow Academy. It's really just an added bonus that he's extremely talented as well. Now, does Shadow Academy's debut reinvent the wheel? God, no, it doesn't at all, but that's fine, because Avidan and Roach obviously look at their influences of the aforementioned bands like Rush and Queen and Porcupine Tree, etc., and take those influences, don them well, and also put their little subtle twists of their own on literary and fantasy-based themes. This, in turn, allows them to perfect a sound that, while it has been perfected hundreds of times before, nonetheless results in a promising debut for Shadow Academy, and this is a great record to listen to if you're, like, playing a game of Dungeons & Dragons or something like that. And tell me that White Whale isn't just an awesome song. It is. It's factually the coolest song that Dan Avidan has ever been involved with, frankly. But beyond my own personal opinions, I do want to say that Shadow Academy is unexpectedly great, and as such, I'm going to give it 4 stars out of 5. I really hope to see more from Shadow Academy. I hope it isn't just a one-off event or anything like that. So yeah, 4 stars out of 5. And with that being said, that's the end of this quick review, or not-so-quick review, based on the runtime that I see on my screen right now. And with that being said, that's the end of this quick review, and I'll see you guys in the next one.